Good morning, I'm PolarizedMoon, and welcome back to RuneScape. So, we are going to read Caleb's journal, and then in between episodes, I got a court summons, so that's a thing that we're going to be doing in this episode. Caleb's Travel Journal, Volume 1. I wasn't born to live and die within the confines of this village. Nathaniel understood that. Probably why he hopped on a passing trader ship the second he came of age. Can't say I blame him, but I didn't expect him to pull a stunt like that. Plenty to explore here in Havenhithe. Problem is, most folk are too scared to cross the river. I decided I'm going to see it for myself. Places that I've heard about in the old stories. Keep this journal to record it all. When dawn rises, my adventure will begin. I'm so excited I can hardly sleep. Caleb. Day 1. I left my village at sunrise. My mom was in tears, bless her, but I'm old enough to take care of myself. The supplies they gave should be enough to last a week or so, and I'm a decent hunter. Pa taught me everything he knows. First place I went to visit was the Grove of Inanna in the east. Granny used to tend her shrine when she was younger, so I know about the old ways. I headed there first. Left a small offering of ink, parchment, and meat on her shrine. Hopefully the Great Wolf will bless this journey and the writing of this journal. Hunting is banned in the forest surrounding the shrine out of respect to Inanna, but I'm allowed to set up camp. There's a small mining village called Bandlesbury, not far from here. Wanted to check my supplies are all working right before I get further from the hills. If all goes well, I should be able to make it to the grove by sundown tomorrow. Day 3. Couldn't write an entry last night. Damn it. Only just set off and it feels like I'm already struggling to keep this up. It was storming it down something fierce. Wolf's Crossing was half underwater. Thank Inanna, the journal wasn't damaged. Since I couldn't make it over the crossing, I had to find shelter somewhere. Luckily, there was a small cave nearby where I was able to rest for the night. Pretty place with some kind of stone well in the middle. Don't know what that was made for, but the fresh water was much appreciated. When the storm cleared up, I was able to make it over the Avon. The woods are dense, and there's a mist that makes it impossible to see more than a few feet from you. Not sure if that's because of the storm or if it's usually like this. I could swear I saw these blue lights shining through the fog, like a set of eyes watching me, unblinking. Then a third one opened, and now that I write it sounds bonkers, doesn't it? Probably just didn't get enough sleep last night. After a long while, I found a lake, which should mean I'm at the center of the grove. Inanna's Tears, Granny called it in her stories. The fog's less dense here, and the reflection of the water is so clear I could swear I was looking up at the moonlit sky. Set up camp for the night by the shore. God, what a terrifying howl I just heard. I swear I saw those eyes again. Better not overstay my welcome. Okay, Volume 2. Day 5. It's been 2 days since my last entry at the Grove of Inanna. I slept surprisingly well that night, considering what I saw there. I felt safe, that my eyes were on me were the eyes of a protector, not a predator. I left at first light and retraced my steps to Wolf's Crossing, the northwest of the Highweld Forest. Visited these forests on many hunting trips when I was a kid, and now most of it at the back of my hand. And Pa taught me anything, it's not to underestimate the land. Made sure to set up camp far from Hollow Hill. I've heard many a horror story about the giants who live there. Today my destination is the old watchtower atop the hills, in the depths of the Highweald. From what I've heard, the passages to the Nurmnir Mountains should be just past it. The air up in the mountains is sharp and cold. There, grass is crunchy from all the frost, and it started growing. It started snowing lightly past few hours, even though we're in late spring. Thank Inanna I packed a fur coat when I left home. I saw what looked like spiderwebs lining one of the valleys. They were huge, bigger than the lighthouse building back home. All sorts of creatures trapped inside them. Bloody spiders, I hate them. At the best of times, let alone ones large enough to create webs like that. Day 9. It only took a day to reach Amberfell, on the edge of the moorlands. It's a small village, built around ancient ruins and surrounded by maple trees. Surprised to see the leaves were falling this time of year, but apparently they do that year-round. The locals believe it's because Inanna had blessed their lands. They have a shrine to the Great Wolf, but she looks different to the one in Wendelwick. Larger, maybe? Or the symbols different? It's hard to describe. The folk who live here are a friendly bunch, amazing beards. The chief hunter offered to teach me how to catch freshwater fish with my bare hands. Said I'll hold him to that. I want to gather more supplies before heading further into the moors. I can see something on the horizon that caught my eye. Day 13. Today I made my way towards the temple atop the cliffs overlooking the village. Moonrise, the locals call it. The village elder called it by a different, older name. Akshur Nakir. the closer I get to the ruins, the more I felt something was off. I got the jitters, like something was watching me again. Something that didn't want me there. Shame I couldn't explore them up close, but better to steer clear of stuff like that. When the gods send you a sign, some things aren't meant for our eyes. Set up a camp on a hill away from the temple. I'll continue east in the morning. Alright, so that's all we've got for the journal. Can I get this? You can find another... Yeah, okay, I can get more of these again. So we're gonna do that. Interesting. Alright, so that took about 6 minutes. But let's go to the Seer's Village. We're gonna go now to the court summons. And I think this is like my 7th or 8th court summons now. I think that means I'm nearing halfway done with these. I think. I may end up doing a whole bunch of episodes of these in a row, depending on how things go. Now that I can't do a whole lot of like recording a bunch of episodes in order, unless I end up doing like. I guess there are still a few things. You know what I'm gonna do? After I'm done with this, I'm gonna write down a bunch of things that I can do on a. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Dr. Clark. Court summons. So you received our summons, but you haven't read it. Oh, I need to read the... You have a summon to Seer's Village Courthouse to work on a case Sawmill Man versus the People. Please present yourself at the course at the earliest convenience. Court summons. This court case... Please note that this court case is set before the lumberyard was deconstructed to make way for Fort 4 and 3. Would you like to defend or prosecute? Defend? You choose to defend. I don't know what, look at the filing cabinet for more details on your case. If you feel prepared, use this. Okay. Alright. Search the cabinet. Case report 1. Submitted to the court as evidence. Confidential. Sawmill Bill's Super Steady Plank Maker. The Super Steady Plank Maker was designed and built by Bill for the creation of wooden planks. Patented and perfected for business security. Sawmill to remain locked to everyone aside from the selected staff. No one the mill without the mill owner's permission. Dear Arnie, thank you for alerting me to the will's actions. I fear I will have to take action against operating of a competing mill. He knows too many trade secrets. He helped construct my patented Super Steady Plank Maker. I will inform you of what I am going to do, your friend Bill. Suspect Bill. Will, a mill worker, is bringing a suit against Bill, the mill owner, for monopolizing the plank industry and erecting insurmountable barriers to entry. Will planned to leave the mill and open his own near Taverley. However, every time he tried to buy land, Bill prevented it by making a much higher offer. Bill maintains that this was protecting his business and that Will was stealing a trade secrets by opening a competing business. All witnesses are present at the courthouse ready for interviewing. Bill, the mill owner, has been in business for years. He's been the sole wholesale provider of planks, the adventures of Gillinor. Will, victim, Will, a mill worker. Will has been learning the trade of the mill for years. He's a loyal worker, but he's ready to start his own business. Okay, so I maybe... we'll see how this... So I'm defending Will or Bill? He asked some questions about the Monopoly case. Fine, let's get this over with. Did you help build his super steady plank making machine? Help him? I designed it. I'm natural with machines. Were you planning on using the same machine when you started your own business? Well, yeah, it was my idea, so why shouldn't I? What was it like working at the mill? It was great at first, working with the machines and learning new skills, but I got tired of just being a worker. Wanted to be my own boss. What about your coworkers? Did you get on with them? Oh, Phil and Jill are okay. They seem some good times, although Jill is quite aloof. She thinks we shouldn't hang out, as she's the overseer. Could you tell me about trying to start your own business? Well, the management structure is pretty flat at the sawmill, so I was never going to get promoted. That made me think, why can't I have my own mill? So I saved up money and started looking for locations. Wanted to take it far from Bill's mill, so I wasn't stealing his business, and Taverley seemed like a decent distance away, but every time I tried to buy land, someone had already put in a greater bid. State agent finally admitted that it was Bill. So I decided to bring the law and sort it out. So I'm defending Bill, I guess. Why are you both in jail? When I brought suit against Bill, he countersued. So we're both here, waiting for the issue to get resolved. Wait, who am I defending? They're both suing, so I don't, okay. I don't have any more questions. Wait, who am I defending here? Sawmill Man versus the people. I mean, they're both kind of Sawmill Man, aren't they, at this point? I need to ask you some questions about the charges against you for unfair trade. Okay, get on with it. Tell me about your sawmill business. Started 3 years ago. I saw there was an opportunity to provide the people of Gillinor with quality building supplies. My mill's lot was an empty and derelict area south of the wilderness, so I managed to get it at a low price. Since then, it's expanded. I have 3 full-time workers and some work-experienced kids that come and go. You're the only lumber mill in all of Gillinor, is that correct? That's right. No one can compete with my prices or efficiency. Bit worried when the Grand Exchange opened, but sales haven't slowed down one jot. Can you tell me about Will, your worker? Took Will in as a young lad and trained him up. He's been a good worker until he got his head that he'd learned all he could and wanted to go off and start his own business. Just don't understand it. Whatever happened to loyalty? Did you try talking to him about it? I did, but he wouldn't hear a word. Made me so angry I wanted to do anything to stop him. Did you try to stop Will from opening his own business? Look, I know what you're getting at, but I was just preventing him from stealing the trade secrets that I worked hard to develop. He learned everything he knows from me and my mill, and now he wants to use that knowledge to undercut me and put me out of business. It's not right. Why are you both in jail? When Will brought a suit against me, I countersued, so both of us are accused of crimes and I have to remain here until our day in court. It's a horrible time for a small businessman like myself, as I lose money every day I'm in here. I don't have any more questions. Okay. Yes. So, who am I defending here? I mean, I think I agree with Will. Court is now in session. This trial is to determine the guilt or innocence of the sawmill operator for monopolizing wooden planks. Is the prosecution ready? Oh, okay, I'm defending Bill. Although I don't agree with him. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Is the defense ready? Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, the prosecution may present its case. Members of the jury, I'm going to present you with evidence that decisively proves that Bill, the sawmill owner, monopolized the lumber industry and actively prevented any competition. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I can draw your attention to prosecution evidence 1, a patent filed by Bill for his super steady plank maker machine. The patent demonstrates Bill's obsessive control over his company employees. Very clearly distrustful even before Will considered leaving. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I can draw your attention to prosecution evidence 2, a letter from Bill to the estate agent. This letter proves that Bill and the estate agent conspired against Will, preventing him from opening a rival business. This highlights a blatant disregard for fair trade laws. Prosecution calls Bill. What? Oh, damn. Hold on. Why is my audio not on? Okay. Well, my audio will be my camera audio for the first 13 minutes of this video. Did you try to stop Will from opening his own business? Yes, I did. Not to prevent competition. I'll have you know, I welcome a challenge. Prevented him because he's stealing trade secrets. He learned everything he knows from me and my mill, and now he's taking those secrets to start his own business. It's not competition, that's theft. But rather discussing with him, you went behind his back and prevented him from buying land. It's the only way to get through to him. He wouldn't listen to reason. By Jove, that's right. Prosecution calls the estate agent. You were finding land for Will, weren't you? Yes, Will was using my services to find the optimum location for his new business. So what happened? Well, Bill is a good friend of mine. I thought it was odd that Will was looking for land. I mentioned to Bill, he went berserk. He insisted I tell him about Will's purchase and let Bill have first bid on the land. And you agree to that? Of course. Not only is Bill a friend, but he could put me out of business if he cuts some supply of planks. Seems logical, okay. I got way enough. Time for you to summarize your case to the jury. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have presented evidence that conclusively proves the defendant has acted illegally by trying to create a monopoly within the plank trade. Will has a right to offer consumers a choice of plank supplier so they can benefit from competitive prices. Okay. I'd like to present evidence. Will Which one was file 1? Oh, dang. Let's see. A patent filed by Bill for his plank maker machine. This patent demonstrates Bill's caution in protecting his ideas and secrets. Any prudent business owner would do the same or face ruin from industrial spies. Seems very likely. Okay, cool. File 2. Letter from Bill to the estate agent. Oh. This is a letter from one friend to another. It's private and reveals nothing that contributes to the prosecution or defense's case. We should really ignore it. Oh no, that's bad. I want to move on to witnesses. Bill calls Bill. Okay. So I don't wanna do, what can you tell me about Will, your worker? Well, he was out of jail when I took him on. Saw potential in him, having trained him up, invented so much time in him, and setting himself to be a direct competition. He's even taken me to court. I just don't understand it. Whatever happened to loyalty? Did you try talking to him about it? I did, but he wouldn't want to hear a word. He just casually informed me that he was setting himself up in a direct competition. That's when I decided to act. Oh, no. I'm doing this all wrong. Hold on, can I can try this again, can't I? Okay. Yes. Because I can just go through and then immediately go through this again. Yes. So, hold on. I wanna pull up the tutorial for this one, just so that I have it ready. Okay. So, I think the only thing that I do with the first... Yeah, we're just gonna skip through all this. Court cases... Sawmill man versus the people. Okay. And I am defending... Okay, so I've got everybody... Got it. Okay. So I'm not gonna read that entirely just yet. Okay, so we're gonna do... Okay, so let's look at present evidence. And we're gonna do one for each of these files. This is the... Yes, that one seems logical. And the... Whoops. And then present evidence 2. This letter doesn't prove any underhanded dealings. This letter alone doesn't disclose any underhanded dealings. It's a vague of the kind of action that Bill plans to take, and it shows, if anything, that Bill was right to be concerned about his apprentice. Okay, cool. That one's good. I'd like to call a witness. Will... Okay. Okay, so do I want to ask him about the machine? Because he made the machine, right? But is that evidence... That's evidence against him? Hold on, we'll try this. Did you help Bill build his super steady plank maker machine? More than help him, I designed and built the thing. Were you planning on using the same or similar machine in your own business? Yes. And then because it's patented, he's not supposed to do that. Yeah, why? You'd be breaking the law. Bill owns the patent to it. If you'd use the machine, you'd be liable for prosecution. That's very likely. Okay, so I think I now want to get one... call a witness... Bill. Okay, and last time I did... Did you try to stop Will... Can you tell me about your sawmill business? Sawmill opened 3 years ago, after I invested my savings in a plot of land just outside Verok.
been trouble building my own house, and there didn't seem to be anywhere to buy the materials, so I decided to plug the gap in the market myself. Now we've got 3 workers and the occasional work placement. Imagine you're making a tiny profit from there being the only lumber yard in the area. That's right, no one can compete with my prices or efficiency. It's a bit worried when the Grand Exchange opened, but the sales haven't slowed down one bit. Oh, that's wrong. Okay. Did you try to stop Will from opening his... I did the one, right? Which one did I do? What can you tell me about Will? Didn't he say that he picked him up from so much time in him, direct competition, take him to court? Yeah, that's the wrong... That's the wrong one. No, that's bad. Okay. Let me try this one. Did you try to stop Will from opening his own business? I did. I know how that sounds, and I do much welcome the competition. I've invested so much time and money in Will. Let him on so many company secrets, it would create unfair competition. Okay. I guess that didn't do anything. Is there anything else I can... No, I... Move on to witnesses. I would like to summarize my case. Okay. Which member of the jury? The cook? Barbarian. Cook. Let's do the cook, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defendant has acted in an appropriate and legal manner in an effort to protect his business. Business has become successful by having an edge over their competition. If we allow the theft of trade secrets, companies will always be at risk of losing that edge to their opponents. I believe we've heard enough. The jury pronounced their verdict. Not guilty. Very well, you are hereby declared not guilty by a jury of your peers. You are free to go. Hooray! Okay, so I still managed to do that properly. Okay. I guess I didn't really need this, sawmill man. Okay, so what is the actual thing we're supposed to do here? Prosecution. Oh no. Defense. Read through the court cases. There are no fingerprints. I didn't learn anything about fingerprints. Just interview the estate agent. Could I interview the estate agent? Oh. Great. Collect. There we go. Antique planks. Rub the combat experience. I think I want summoning. Yes. And then open the mystery box. U-logs. Okay. So, also, there's 2 other things that we're going to be doing before we continue here. Actually, I could have done Slayer on that thing because I have... Hold on. Let's put these in this here. Okay, so I need to go grab this, and then let's put on some weapons and armor real quick. There we go. And then a quest cape. There we go. Okay, so now I need to grab... Okay, so I am very close to getting 2 levels up here. We need thieving, which is going to be super simple. I just need to go thieve from somebody. I can do that in Ardoing. And then I can get my thieving cape. And then I can go get my Slayer cape. I'm going to get both of those levels up here before we end this episode off. Let's see. I think I need to go talk to, Kuradel for the... Yeah, I think I need to go talk to Kuradel for the Slayer cape. And the... thieving cape. Let me pickpocket this guard here. There we go, level 99 thieving skill. Thieving cape, I believe, is the rogue's den? Yeah, so I need to go... Alright, so we've got that done. Skill mastery, fantastic. And then, what is my current objective here? Node on Dragonkin. Oh, damn. So I need to go to... let me grab some food. That's my... Damn, that's... Alright, that's fine. I just need to, grab some big health here. I got one of those, and, like, 2 of those. And then I also... Well, if I'm gonna be going down there, I need the Erebus... Gielinor... No. God Wars Dungeon... Elder God Wars Dungeon. I need that. Yes. And then I think I need the Pontifex Shadow Ring? Teleport to Sentiston. There we go. I think I want to have... I'm trying to remember all the things that I want to be doing here properly. I do not remember. Okay, so I can wear that. And I can wear this. And then I go over here. And I think I just have to kill one of these guys. I think they're down here. Shouldn't be too hard. Note on guard. Yep, there we go. Alright. And then I've got my food here, so I should be able to survive this attack. Oh, back up. Oh, god damn it. And I think I just need to kill one of these for my... Oh, get out of the way. Cool. There we go. What is wrong with my combat? Oh, they changed... That's right, they changed stuff around. I haven't... There we go. And there's the level 99. Fantastic. Open the Elder... I think I can now charge... Oh, I need it in my backpack. Okay. There we go. So now we have 2 more level up. Levels 99. And I'm going to... So I can do this. Charge that. Oh, no. Dang it. Oh. No wonder my... There we go. No wonder my camera wasn't working. Charge. Let's just throw 11 of those in there. Alright. Fantastic. And I can dismantle this. And now I need to go to the ancient cavern. That's the one with the whirlpool, right? So let's go, how do I get to the thieves' den? Or, wasn't that, oh, that used to be in the basement. I haven't been there in so long, I don't remember how to get there. It used to be, like, over here, right? It was, like, in the... You pull up a trapdoor from one of the buildings here in, like, Berthorpe. But now that I think about it, I haven't been there in so long that I don't remember off the top of my head. Hold on. I thought the easy one would be that one. But I need to go... Okay, where's the thieves' den? They're the rogue's den. The trapdoor inside the Pick and Loot pub in Southwest Taverley. Okay, no, I was right. Okay, so oh, it wasn't in Berthorpe, it was in Taverley. Okay, so it's over here. Alright. I absolutely forgot where that was. So it's down in here somewhere? I used to do, there's, there it is. So there's, locks down here you can undo with the lock kit. Yeah, that's what this is here. The wall safes. And trade. Oh, I can just... Wait, can I confirm? You don't need the... Okay. I could just buy it like that? Cool. Use the thieving hood there. Fantastic. Oh, there's a bank chest down here now? Oh, I can bank with this guy. I've got some of those. Got some of those. Put that away, and I can put those there. Okay, so there's that cape. So now I need to go to the Sears Village. Ardoing. I think if I go to Ardoing, I'll be a little bit quicker. And then that's kind of the last bit of stuff I have actually planned for this series. I knew that there would be kinda generally like an episode's worth of stuff to do here. In this recording, so we've got that. But everything after this is I either have to wait until more stuff comes out, or I'm going to be doing various other non-questing stuff. I've got like bossing and archaeology and dungeoneering and a bunch of I've still got the rest of these to get up, but that, I mean, a lot of that stuff's gonna be fairly boring to watch on camera, so I'm gonna try to stick to the more interesting things to do until we get like really close to getting some kind of more important, interesting cape. But we have like player-owned housing stuff that I haven't done any of. There's a bunch of mini games that I haven't done. So there's like there's a bunch of stuff that we have yet to experience in the game. Because eventually this series, I'm eventually going to try to go for a 100% run with the completionist, like the full trimmed completionist cape eventually. That is going to take a long time, but doing the things on there is going to be a big step. But I think the largest chunk of that, at the beginning at least, was getting all the quests done. So now the quest, I'm only gonna have more quests when more quests come out. I think I need to go up over here. Where's the staircase? Isn't there a staircase here? Oh, there it is. Rough-hewn steps. Curadal. Trade. Oh, you don't trade the... Also, I do need to get the Slayer collection. Because I don't have all the Slayer things. Can you sell me a Slayer skill cape? Nope, that's not what I meant to click. Let's try that again. Can you sell me a Slayer skill cape? I think I have the money right here, actually. There we go. Use the Slayer. I can dismantle that. I don't need that in my inventory. There we go. 2 more capes. So then we've also got, let's take this. I haven't looked at the Slayer collection log in a long time. Yeah, so we've got a lot. Oh, we're almost done with the Asgarnia and Mythsilin ones, because all of these defenders are just in that one location. The Raptor Key, Wyvern Crossbow. Got one thing from Daemonheim. The Ascension... Hex Crest. I got quite a few Fremenic things. Haven Hive. Alright, Tainted Seed. Karmja. Ripper Claw. Okay. Path of the Monk, Path of the Dragon, Path of the Elemental. I don't remember those at all, to be honest. Mauritania, Tuned Crystal, Santistan, Wilderness. I've got nothing from Wilderness drops. General drops. Crystal Triskelion Fragment. I have Triskelion Fragments, but, like, I guess I haven't gotten them as a drop. Amascut Stand. Deployable Herb Burner. Okay, so that's one of the other thing. Oh, I need to... here's what I need to do. I need to... Oh. Let's just destroy that. I don't need it for now. We need to go to Frithiness and unfurl the things. So, here's what I'm gonna do. If you guys have an overwhelming thing that you guys want to watch me do here on, in the series, I will focus on what you guys want to see me do first, and then if there is nothing or no big consensus on that, I will then, I have, you can't see it back here, but I have a wheel that I can write down stuff, so I'll pick, like, however many, is it 10? 10 or 12 things? I don't know how many slots are on that. I'll pick a handful of things, put them on the wheel, and then I'll spin it, and then we'll do the thing that the wheel tells us it wants to do. And we'll focus on that for a while. I'll probably put, like, dungeoneering and, like, I'll put, like, dungeoneering and archaeology and, like, area tasks or a boss monsters or the Slayer tasks or things like, or Slayer thing, or we'll figure that out as we go. But we've got 2 more to unfurl here. I think it's this one here, Slayer banner, and the Thieving banner. There we go. Fantastic. We don't have a whole lot of those left. They're all these corner ones. Farming, Summoning, Invention, Hunter, and Divination. A lot of those are just kind of do stuff over and over again. So I'm going to be training those generally off camera. And then I will do this where I do the last little bit in an episode. But that is about all the time I've got for this episode. Again, if there's anything you'd like to see me do, post in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see me try to accomplish. Because eventually we are going to try to get some of these wait, where's the tracker? Here? Yeah. We're gonna try to get these master capes down here. Why is this? What's this? Master quest. Oh, so I can upgrade my quest cape. There's still a lot of things here. So we're gonna try to work on these as well. But for now, that's kind of the end of the standard version of this series. It may take longer for episodes to come out. I do have, I will be playing, like, RuneScape Classic and Old School RuneScape, and I've still got the RuneScape board game. We've got a few more of those episodes to come out. Mostly I need to get my office cleaned up so we can set up the table, and I have the table behind me, but it's got a bunch of stuff on it. And then we also have RuneScape Dragon Wilds to do, and I have a RuneScape cookbook, and I can do more. There are a lot of RuneScape things that I can do. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!